Hey, what's going on, guys? Felix here. It is July 4th, 8:53 at night. Happy July 4th. Happy Independence Day to all of my friends out there. And I had a great time today. I actually had some in-laws and some family, some friends over. We actually had a barbecue right down there. Like, they have a bunch of barbecue grills down there. Had a good time. And one thing I want to talk about today is about this concept of when you work, you work. When you rest, and being good at that. I think a lot of us are really good at working. But I think we can get better at working if we can learn how to rest, and that's something that I learned about myself. So it's like I have this issue where I'm always constantly thinking, okay, what should I be doing if I am have downtime? If I'm waiting in line, if I'm on my commute on a train to work or from home or to home, what should I do? Because I have this like drive, right? As an entrepreneur, as someone that's starting things, you feel like you should be doing something at all times. You always feel like you should be spending your time and not wasting time, not working your business, not learning things, not always constantly trying to improve. And that's how I feel. I feel like I'm not a true entrepreneur. I'm not paying my dues of. I'm not always spending every waking moment I have hating it, right? Unless I hate it, I'm not working hard enough. And that's the thing that's always been in my head all the time. Like, hey man, if you're not working hard enough, you're not dreading, you're not like, if you enjoy your day too much, you're not working hard enough. And I've been really hard on myself by making myself by telling myself that story. And a big part of it is I want to adopt the lifestyle of an entrepreneur, right? That the vision that I have of an entrepreneur, someone that works super hard and gives up their nights and weekends and gives up spending time with family. Like, that's all the stories you hear about entrepreneurs. But inside, the reason that I'm doing all this is so I can spend more time with family. Today I got to spend time with my wife, my daughter, in-laws, some family, some friends, and had a great time for July 4th. And it really reminded me, gave me time to think about why I'm doing this. It's because I want to be able to control my time. I want to be able to build a business so I can have my own schedule. I can choose when to spend time with my family. If I wanted to do a barbecue and hang out on a day that's not July 4th, on a day that I don't have off from work, I can choose to do that because I own my own business and I own something of my own, that I am my own boss. And like, that's the reason why I do it, right? I don't do it because I want to work my butt off. I know working your butt off is part of the process though. So there's this issue I had where I was like always thinking about, how should I be spending my time? Should I be working harder? Am I not working hard enough? And always being on myself about trying to do more. And that's what was going through my head. And then I heard this quote that I just said earlier, which is about when you work, you work, when you rest, and then being good at transitioning from one to the other. Because now that I'm a little bit older, and we have a kid and we have time is a little bit more sparse, I realized the importance of rest. I realized the importance of filling your own cup so that you can then go out and serve others, to build a business. I don't have unlimited resources. I don't have unlimited energy. I don't have unlimited focus. So I should be really conservative and really figure out when should I be using my time, and when I'm using my time for work, and when should I be really getting really good at resting. So once I heard that, I started adopting this mentality more. And what I started doing was that when I'm on vacation, for example, I don't spend my time reading business books. I don't spend my time reading productivity books. I don't spend my time involving myself in things that would motivate me to work. Instead, I spend time on things that motivate me to rest. And this is important because when I'm on one thing that I started doing very recently, maybe a week or two ago, that I realized has made a big difference in my home life, is that when I'm coming home from the office, I don't spend the time consuming content that makes me motivated to get working when I'm back at a computer. Because when I get home, it's family time. So instead of spending time on trying to strategize or learn new techniques or learn new tactics, I spend the time just winding down, getting ready to rest. Because when I get home, I want to spend time with family. I don't want to get home and be amped up, ready to work. And that's a skill, right? I think we all know how to work hard, and I think we all know how to rest for the most part. I think we can all get better at resting. I think the harder part is transitioning between the two, knowing when to rev it up and knowing when to slow it down. I think all comes from what we kind of add to our lives that triggers the rest or triggers the work. So I started being more aware of what these kind of triggers that make me want to work, these triggers that make me want to rest, and I started applying them more at the right times. and it's been helpful. I've been able to get myself in the right mindset. When it's time to work, I'm in a mindset of work because I set these triggers up to get me into the mode of working. When it's time to rest, I set the triggers up to get me into the mode of resting. And it's made a big difference. The big transformation for me is just realizing that we don't have limit. I don't have unlimited resources. I have limited resources. I got to be super, 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 super focused and make good decisions about how I use my time, how I use my energy. And I think the same thing comes to do with anything, building any business, building any project, building any website, building any audience, building any podcast is about how you use your time wisely and knowing when you should give yourself a break and rest and knowing how to ramp up to work. And I think when you are trying to learn how to start anything, you have to have the kind of guardrails in place so that when you are ready to work, you have an on ramp to kick yourself into gear to get going. And if you're thinking about starting a podcast, that's what we built the Podcasting Secrets course. That's what I built it for, to give you that on ramp so that when you are ready to work, you go through the course, you learn from the top podcasters that teach you how they would grow their podcast from 0 to 1,000 listeners per month, how they would do it. And that will get your mind working, your mind going so that you start getting these triggers to get yourself in the mode to build a successful podcast. And that's what the course is. That's how I want people to use the course as a trigger to get them to work towards their goal of building a successful podcast. So if you're interested in the course, it's over at podcastingsecretscourse.com. Go there and I'll see you inside. I think it's, again, if you want to grow a podcast, you want to learn how to get 1,000 subscribers, and you want to learn from people that have done it before. This is not just me. I've done it. I've done it already, but it's not enough just to hear from me. I think you want to hear from other people too, because different strategies, different paths work for different people. So go check it out. Again, podcastingsecretscourse.com. And again, happy July 4th, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.